Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of CookieCast. Today on CookieCast, it's the Formula One podcast, straight to the apex. The guys here, they're talking races gone, and I'm not sure, but I heard a rumor that there was some complications with future races. Maybe the guys can shed some light on that for us in this episode. Before we get started, please do consider like, share, subscribe, and comment. Leave a review where you can leave a review, and share the podcast around. That's the one that's the bestest, and that's good grammar. Right, let's get started. Here we go. This is CookieCast, straight to the apex. There we go.
Oh, hi there. Welcome to Straight to the Apex, F1, and just general chit chat podcast. I'm your host today, Tony. Middle name James, and I'm also joined by James, which is his first name.
I never knew your middle name was James.
Yeah, what's your second name?
Tony.
My middle names.
Your middle names.
Names, plural.
Yeah, so I have two middle names.
Oh, someone's posh.
I also have erotism.
What's that?
I only asked for your middle names, really. I mean, you're going on a bit now.
I will fucking get to it. So I have Jonathan Ross has erotism.
Okay.
So he can't pronounce his R's. So
Okay.
Jonathan Ross becomes Jonathan Wass.
Yeah. Okay.
I've learned to pronounce my R's, but if I get excited or stressed or anything else like that, I go full Jonathan Wass again. My middle names are Robert Ralph.
Nice.
Robert Ralph.
Or, when I was a kid, James Wobbert Walf.
Robert Ralph. Well,
yeah.
Thank you for the TED talk there, Robert Ralph. The third person on the podcast is Mark.
Hi.
What's your middle name, Mark?
Unfortunately, I'm named after my dad, so it's boring, and it's Gary.
Absolutely perfection.
Don't worry, it's not bad. But I just remembered my boss told me a story. His cousin, he said he was at his cousin's wedding a few years ago, and his cousin never tells anyone his middle name. Now, I'm not going to say what his cousin's first name is, but I will tell you that his surname is White. So a lot of people are in this church, and not a lot of people know his middle name. But you know, obviously, when they're doing the vows, and it goes, "Do you, James Robert Ralph Stainforth, take Charlie to be your lawful wedded wife," and all that kind of stuff. So at this one, it went, "Do you blank Barry White?"
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
I was like,
oh,
fucking class.
I like that.
I bet there was some giggles in the church, and I bet he was like, "We're looking at what are you laughing at?"
I'd be like
that. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, it would have been good. Yeah, that would have been yeah. Did he say, "I can't get enough of you, enough love, enough of your love, babe"? Did he say that?
I so hope that was like the first dance or when they're walking down the aisle. You see this?
It's got to be, hasn't it? It's got to be.
You got to say the most iconic Barry White is, "You're the first, the last, and my everything." That would have been great if it had got that in there as well. Anyway,
we have actually got some F1 material, guys. Don't
we? I mean,
we have. Yeah,
listening to episode 5, season 5 of Straight to the Apex, F1, and just chit chat podcast. We're all doing all right. James is still alive from having his second child. Mark is still running. Have you got any events this year? Any targets this year, Mark? We haven't asked this yet.
Well, I did an event on Sunday, which was the Bilton 10K, the Paul Fabrain charity, Paul Spence, the brain charity, local brain charity in Hull. He does a 10K from Bilton Village Hall. Did that on Sunday. No training whatsoever, really. Just thought I'd rock up and do it because I couldn't be asked.
You're good enough. You're good enough, Mark. Now you're good enough to do that.
I don't need to do training. I just rock up and just go, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to go for a run. Yeah, all right, Forrest.
I ran down Doncaster Airport runway 2 Saturdays ago because obviously it's not open yet.
Oh, I was going to say, did you get arrested? That was a bit.
Get arrested. So it was
and after I finished running down the airport, I thought I'm going to run to the coast. And then when I got to the coast, I thought I'm going to run to the other coast.
He has no idea what you're on about.
I do. It's a popular film, but I can't remember. Oh, God. What's his name?
Come on.
You can do it.
What's his name?
Anyhow, while he's thinking about it, watching grown men go down the runway doing aeroplanes was quite funny. I didn't do it. Well, I kind of did. But no, nothing else planned. Hull 10K is probably not going to be on this year because of Hull City Council being dickheads. Yeah, that's it for this year.
Other councils available, folks.
I mean, I don't want Hull City Council to sponsor us, so Lincolnshire Council can sponsor us for all I care, not Hull City Council. Come on. You don't know his name, do you? Move on.
I do. It's Forrest Gump.
Well done.
And I knew it was that. Fucking knew it was that. Because his life is like a box of chocolates. That's what I could remember, but I couldn't remember who it was by. Isn't that a sad film?
No.
It's funny, but it's sad.
It's got sad parts, but it's a feel-good film, surely.
That's why I can't hack films, because there's always an undertone of sadness or less.
I watched it just before Edward was born, and Charles was getting tired, so she was going to bed at like 7 o'clock. So I put it on because I wanted to watch it. I hadn't watched it in years. And I forgot just how many funny lines are in it.
Oh,
like Bubba Shrimp and everything. No, it's yeah.
Have you ever been on a real shrimp boat? No, but I've been on a real big boat.
Yeah.
We've lost it.
Quotes, from films that I'm not a film guy. I've said this on the podcast already. I need to get into my films. I just can't. Too busy at the gym. I'm too busy talking shit to people at the gym. So
you talk to people in the gym?
Yeah. Can you? Yeah.
I don't. Not verbally, anyway. I do the hand signals. Like, obviously, we've got our earphones in, and if they've got some at the cable machine I want, I just go.
Oh, so you don't like wave across the gym floor at your dudes?
No. God, no.
Oh.
Headphones in my zone. Don't talk to anyone unless, like James said, unless you have to.
Really?
Yeah. No chance. Someone asked
give
me
it
No. Someone asked me on Monday, excuse me, mate, you got any sets left? I just took my headphone out, looked at him in disgust and went, I've just got on it and put my headphone back in. That's literally the amount of my conversation. I did see Tyrone May in the gym, and he trains in the gym like he trains at rugby, half-assed. He went to some weights.
Hesitant.
He went to some weights, looked at them. No, he literally looked at the weights and went, right, next ones. Went to some more. That pull down. He looked at it and went, yeah, that's the next one. Literally all he did. So,
unpopular opinion, though, I think he is Rover's best player.
100%. This year especially, he's in form. He's in form.
He's just got it in his blood, hasn't he? He's just special. It's just, I can't believe he plays for us. He's one of them for me.
To me, he has good games, but he doesn't have a happy medium. He's either really, really good or really, really shit.
Bit like Mikey then, because he's exactly the same. Yeah.
I just don't like it when he seems a bit indecisive, like he gets the ball on the last and you like kick it, and then he stood there and he's like, "Am I going to go this way? Am I going to go this way?"
But
and it's like he's running him out. I'm like, kick the fucking ball.
He doesn't know what he's doing, so the defense ain't going to know what he's doing. So It was quite funny to see at Lloyd's on Monday, Tom Amone in the squash court, and I forgot how big that guy is.
Yeah, big motherfucker.
Whoever, I think he was playing his wife at racquetball, and yeah, she wasn't getting the ball because he filled the court. It was fucking massive.
Yeah. Sal
Yeah, he
can
is. Yeah,
ultraflex, and he's a big guy. And I tell you
he
what,
is.
he fucking trains. For how old he is, how many injuries he's had, fucking hell, that guy trains. And I can't believe All FC getting rid of Cartwright at the end of the season. That's just.
It's funny.
I don't think he'll go to the end of the season.
I think he'll be gone within a week.
Well, the players haven't turned up to training supposedly.
Apparently, yeah.
Players are pissed off. Players are behind him.
FC have all gone out and gone, we've got Steve McNamara, he's coming next year, and the Warringtons actually turned around and gone, we haven't said you've got him yet.
Wasn't they at a fans forum last night? And Carl Fitzpatrick, the owner, was like, "No one spoke to us," and he hadn't got a clause in his contract. So
awkward.
Anyhow, digress.
Rovers Hull FC. Just gone past Good Friday. Rovers won. I've got to get that in there before we finish the Rovers chat. So 250th game between the two. Rovers won it, 7th in a row. Long may it continue. Willie Peters is leaving. Damn it! But it has. All good times must come to an end. So yeah, watch the space. We're going to talk about that plenty more times. Anyway. Back to the beloved F1.
Oh shit, we're going to talk about it.
Well,
yeah, we might as well a little bit.
It was shit. No, it wasn't that bad. It was all right. It was all right, guys. Don't worry. If you haven't tuned in by now, you know it's shit. So you haven't tuned in.
It's funny because I've half listened to our last podcast and listened to like your points, James, and your points, Tony. And obviously, we just watched 2 races where the first 10 laps were like mesmerizing, weren't they? Like,
yeah,
we said fake. We all agreed to disagree, and like we had our different opinions. And Japan wasn't that at all, and it was pretty much back to the same old Japan. But then there was a few issues in the race that actually I thought of you, Tony, when you said about the safety thing.
Yeah.
So obviously the big crash, and I thought straight away Tony called it, and it did make a mockery of the rules. I mean, they even changed in the build up to it. The kilojoules went from 8 to 7 or something in qualifying, but I'm sorry, you should not be going down a straight and you lose 30 mile an hour.
No, and the cameras supposedly that are videoing the event, they're purposefully leaving certain drivers when that starts to kick in. And there was a story about is it R130, one of the most famous corners.
Yeah, 130i. Yeah,
Japan of the whole season, and it's kind of full pelt, but once your battery's gone, they slow down, and it's just not the same. Max Verstappen has made his thoughts clear. There's rumors of him maybe retiring. It's not fun anymore. There was I don't know if this was before Japan. I don't know if we've touched on it already. Testing a V8 engine in a Red Bull. There's rumors that they may change the settings or change the levels. Viewership has gone down year. I think it's from 23, 24, 24, 25, 26. It's gone down for Japan. Why is that again? Don't know. We could do a whole podcast about that. It's just, yeah, whoever's got the best system has got a huge advantage. And quali, should we start at quali because there's no need for practice at all because it's just shit basically, and that's coming from a guy who held that flag for so long. But it is shit now. Might as well. You might as well put it in the drivers' parade. It's so shit. Yeah. Max Verstappen out Q2. He's not having a fun time in this car.
Yeah, he's
Obviously, Aston Martin were out again, miles off the pace, 3 seconds stroll off the leader. Yeah, waste of time. I think we'll see a Mercedes engine in that car by the end of the season. It has to be. It has to be. Kimi Antonelli again nails it. Nails it again.
Russell did moan about his car, didn't he? He said something didn't feel right all weekend. I'm not taking anything away from Kimi, but Russell was very vocal. It's the same as last week. It's the same as last week. Something's not right. Something's not right.
thing is with Antonelli performing the way he is, I think Russell has just got into his own head.
Yeah, which is what you said after that. Kimi answered. I think you said it last podcast, James, where how will George Russell deal with it?
Not well,
What will it
honestly.
take for this to get into his head?
The best way to look at it is how often does Toto go onto the radio?
Not
And
often.
in that race, you heard Toto speaking to George a couple of times. Meanwhile, Antonelli is just he's driving along in the front, going, making my way downtown, working fast.
That's too old for him. He'll be singing some kind of K-pop song or something. He's only like 17, isn't he?
Even doing the Terry Crews bit, going do 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 do.
God,
You
stop it! Stop it! You're showing your age.
we can do for copyright, so we're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
You're showing your age.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think George his head's going, and now he's blaming the car. I mean, the car is. I'm just looking at a picture of it now from Quali. I must admit, the cars do look good. They look stunning. I think the smaller, visually, I think they're absolutely stunning, and especially the mech. The mech looks really good. But George is now in his head, and he's finding something's not right, and yeah, for George, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about quality. If you don't nail quality, then you're second best, basically. However, McLaren and your faux Piastri coming up with the goods. Hello, welcome to the season.
His season
starts now. Missed the first 2 races.
It's a shame it's fucking 2 races too late. Did you see his comments? Oh, yeah, I'm confident that Mercedes are beatable, mate. You've raced in 33% of the races. You came second. I mean, bra fucking vo. But to say that Mercedes are beatable when Kimi Antonelli was 14 seconds in front of you.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, you whiny little bitch.
And there we go. Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. McLaren got their act together. Best race of the year. Well, for them, third race for everybody else. Well done, guys. Welcome to the party. But you ain't gonna beat.
You can say they've got their act together. Lando has now got 1 less battery.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So they've. I don't know. They might tidy it up a little bit towards the back end of the season, but I think by then Mercedes and Ferrari will just be like, "Oh, that's cute."
Yeah.
Mercedes will just put the foot down. I think they're playing, if I'm honest. I think
Yeah,
Antonelli
so
could have
do I.
absolutely gone. If something is wrong with George Russell's car, he'll be back up there. If George Russell's in his head, then maybe he'll just scrape around for second, third, get a win now and again. He's got to get out of this funk quickly because Antonelli's young and probably no fear in his second season. And if he gets a roll on, and he's won back-to-back now, if he gets that roll on, I think George is going to be more and more in his head, and that's the championship gone.
I liked Antonelli from the start, from last year when he came in. And as I said pretty much from the go, he will be a champion.
Yeah.
Still can't say it'll be this season. He's putting up a good fucking fight for it. But yeah, like you said, he's the youngest driver to lead a championship. And they've now changed the rules, which means no one else will ever be younger than him.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So that's a record to keep.
Yeah.
Well, the kid.
He's become the youngest championship leader in F1 history, at 19 years old.
Just got his driving license in the actual real world, and he's leading a championship in Formula E on steroids that we now call one.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Fair play. Like you say, I didn't think he was ready. Like you said, James, he might not be ready yet, but he showed in these 2 races. I mean, he even made a mistake, and like you said, Bono was like, "Hey, come on, just get it home," and that's where Bono's experience will balance well with Antonelli's youth and exuberance, because he'll just want to go fast. And maybe the cars suit him because they're not as physical to drive. Because you're not going through, like you just said, like what was it?
130,
Yeah, 130R. Yeah, that's it. You're not going through there flat out, so you're not becoming fatigued after 20, 30, 40 laps, like whereas someone like Hamilton, Alonso, George Russell, they've got the physique to do that. Where Antonelli now, he's only 19, he's not got any muscle mass really, he's a little kid, but he's not pushing. He's not physically getting out of the car and he's knackered, is he? Because the cars aren't that hard to drive anymore.
Unless he messes up at one stage, I don't know, but
he's going to make mistakes. He's going to make mistakes. He's 19. But then this is where Bono will bring him. Hey, yeah, just don't push it. Just, rein it in a little bit. You've got a lead. Like you say, 14 seconds.
0.2 at quali.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd really. It's too early in the season to start. I'm naive to start really saying he's pulling up tree trunks and this is the next best thing.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But looking at everything you've just said, it's really hard not to. And when you look at the figures, it's really hard not to.
He's not reminding me of a young Max, because a young Max, when he come into that, what was Racing Bulls and what was Toro Rosso, wasn't it? Straight away you knew that he was something a bit different. Just the way he was aggressive and fast and stuck it to people in a car that was physically demanding. I'm with you. I'm still on the fence with him. I don't think, oh my God, he's the next Max Verstappen. But I tell you what, I don't think George Russell saw this coming. I think after the first race, George Russell thought, this is my championship, this. And it suddenly turned on its head.
Yeah, they're they're not close. It's not like he's just pipped him here, there, and everywhere. He did drop, didn't he, at the start? He did drop.
Yes.
Yeah, he did have some kind of power thing. Dropped a bit and then it booted back up again, didn't it?
Well, he had massive wheel spin, didn't he, as well? I think, like you say, there was some type of power thing. The Mercedes haven't got the best start. This is why they're trying to change the rules. But yeah, he dropped quite rapid. And did he get lucky with some of the safety car? And because George moaned at that as well, didn't he?
That was what George said, yeah.
Another lap.
I don't even think he moaned. I think it was a bit of a sarky comment and we was all kind of thinking it because he went in and then a lap later, a safety car, and we just like, fucking brilliant. And I think that's all his reaction was as well. But mate, that's racing. That's Formula One. You never know what's around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. Right then. Before we jump into it, the race, has anybody got any news or anything? No,
Nope.
I ain't seen anything apart from what we've already spoke about. There's now a massive gap till Miami.
Yeah.
Miami on I think it's the 1st to the 3rd of May.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nothing out of Aston Martin at all, has they? Not about Jonathan Wheatley, not about Horner, not about anything really.
No.
what more is there to say? There can't be anything else, surely.
They could get to Miami now and slowly start setting off, and they'd still get lapped.
Yeah. Yeah. They might as well not turn up at Miami. It's embarrassing, but we'll see. What did I see? Something about Leclerc is Ferrari's golden boy. Yeah, Aston Martin tried to poach him. We spoke about Max and Mercedes before, haven't we? So yeah, interesting.
Well, there was Max. He did an endurance race, didn't he? Won it
Yes.
and got disqualified for using too many tyres.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
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 That'll have just pissed him off slightly, a little bit more. Formula One shit. He's not enjoying it. His car's shit. Oh yeah, he won that race. Well done, Max. No, he disqualified. Just to make him a bit more angry.
Well, FIA to meet on Thursday tomorrow about some tweaks. Max Verstappen, yes, there's quitting rumours all around. Lewis Hamilton's looking good, but the Ferrari's also looking very good. So watch that space.
I still think Hamilton will be the one. When it comes to Ferrari this year, I think Hamilton will be the one to watch.
Do you think?
But just go back to Max, I just remembered something the other week. He went to go do one of the drivers' press conferences. And there was a journalist in there that he had last year. I can't remember with regards to, but he just sat there and he went, "I'm not saying anything till that guy's out." And then when he being serious, he went,
what was he?
Journalist
It was the journalist from The Guardian, wasn't it? That's been quite harsh, I think, with him previously.
Yeah, what did it? Was it about some race that he was involved with? And yeah, he took. He didn't like the comment, did he? And I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I can't remember which race it was either, but it was one where Max wasn't having a great time. I think he made a dig at Max and saying it was him and not the car or something.
Yeah.
No, he'd questioned Verstappen about a collision he had with George Russell earlier in the season that could have affected his position in the standings, and he didn't like it. Yeah, so then it was at Abu Dhabi last year.
Yeah.
And the same journalist was in the press room, yeah, and he was just like, "No, I ain't talking."
Yeah.
I mean, fair. I don't mind that. About him.
No, that's one of the things I like about him.
Yeah.
A spade's a spade.
Yeah, exactly. He don't forget. You know what I mean? That journalist, fucking hell, he must encounter loads of journalists. But he's like, because let's be honest, journalists are massive. Majority of them, maybe minority. I don't know many journalists. The dicks, aren't they? Because all they want is a story. And you see him at football matches, you see him at rugby. They're all poking. And
I think they could step over a line, can't they? Yeah.
Yeah. And fair play to Max Verstappen, he's gone. No.
Yeah, I agree. It's Max Verstappen. He's earned that right, hasn't he?
Yep.
To do that. So yeah. Interesting. Right then. Should we call this the halfway period and then we'll come back, review the race, live highlight race, watch along with me, your boy T, pausing it at different moments to let the guys jump in. My commentary skills are peak, by the way, so you need to tune in for that.
We're not doing the full race, are we? It's highlights. We're not going to
It's
have to be here
highlights,
for like
guys. I
2.
think it's
Oh, I
like
was going
10
to say,
minutes. Not
we're
it's
not going to
not.
be here for 2 hours, are we?
Don't
Like,
worry, I'm not gonna brundle you terribly. Then we've got predictions, which again, yeah, nobody really saw that coming. And then yeah, a bit of a wait until the next one. We'll have a little mini one, maybe. But yeah, we'll discuss that the other side anyway. So yeah. Right. See you on the other side.
Goodbye.
Hey, you. Yeah, you that's listening right now. Thanks very much for tuning into this episode of Straight to the Apex, the Formula One podcast from CookieCast. If you're enjoying this episode, why not like, share, and subscribe? Whilst you're there, feel free to check out some of the other podcasts that CookieCast has to offer. If you like football, we've got a football podcast. NFL more your thing? Then the Laces Out podcast is for you. Maybe even a little bit of the wrestling. Just look for the Getting Over podcast on CookieCast. Maybe you want to listen to Andy's Darkest Timeline. It's there too. So, the F1 boys have probably got themselves a drink. It's time to get back to the action.
Welcome back to Straight to the Apex F1 General Chit Chat podcast. This is part 2 of episode 5, season 5. You can catch this on wherever, pretty much. Listen to it, watch it, YouTube, Spotify. It's under CookieCast, and it's run by and edited by a guy called Andy, who is awesome, by the way. And you should check out all his other channels like football, wrestling, and American football. So yeah, thank you, Andy. We love you here at Straight to the Apex F1 podcast.
Oh, what was that last bit?
I know.
Pardon?
Someone's 10 back to 14.
Yeah. Oh, we love you, Andy. You're the best boss. Oh.
You see, James, we're missing out because this is the type of things he picks up when he talks to people in the gym. We don't talk to people.
No, yeah. I mean, some people could call it, yeah,
I call it a
immature.
skill.
What?
I call it a skill. It's like yeah. Charlie hates it because I can go to a kid's party with John, and as soon as I walk in the room and pick where I want to sit, every parent just moves to like a 10-meter radius from me. No one talks to me, and I love it because I don't want to fucking talk to them.
Yeah.
Nice. That is a skill.
It's just my resting bitch face. I'll just come in, I'll sit down, and then everyone's just like, yeah, I'm not talking to him. And I'm just like, I don't want you to talk to me. Go away.
I'm glad you didn't do this on the staff night outs where our wives worked, because otherwise this wouldn't be happening. But you probably did for a little bit, and then you was like, oh.
I did. I definitely did.
Like,
when I saw James, he looked like a psychopath.
Yeah, I think that's the look.
Just hold it just like this. But he held his pint like this.
I've never noticed that I do that, but I do. I always hold the bottom.
And then he'd walk up to the stage and start singing Robbie Williams. So I was like, who is this guy? Is he entertainment? Is he gonna kill somebody? Is he what was it?
It's when he said to me, I think it was either my niece's wedding, Amy, or it was at a do where he was singing. And I started talking to him and he was like, don't talk to me while I'm performing. I'm a different person. I was like, okay, I'm very sorry, James. No, it's Jay. Don't talk to me. I'm in performance mode. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Did you?
Yeah. You scared the shit out of me. Absolute scared the shit out of me.
Switches.
You're sorry?
I know something switches when I get nervous, like something flips, and then all of a sudden I become very chatty, very cheeky, and I'm quite happy to perform in front of people and do daft things on stage, and I don't care. Very much like Robbie Williams or other entertainers.
Yeah.
But as soon as that mic's not in my hand, I'm just like, don't fucking unless I know you and I like you, don't talk to me because I don't want to know.
Nice.
I remember one. I think it was Old Town. But there was a bar in Old Town upstairs. Whose birthday was it?
That was Mark's niece, I think, that I was singing for.
Was that the one? It was like a surprise birthday, wasn't it, or something like
that was
that?
Katie's. It was in
Yeah.
Sailmakers.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, these chicken nuggets are shit hot. It's actually calamari. And I was like, oh, God damn, no. And then suddenly, the lights went dark and we all pointed to the stage.
Because James was
Real
Buble.
love.
No, it was Buble that night. He was singing Buble songs.
Oh, he sang them all, to be honest, that night. That night, he sang them all. Yeah, man.
Yeah, because Beth was about 2 hours late with Katie, and I was getting loads of shit for it.
That was it. Yeah, that was it.
Where are you? People are leaving, and the birthday girl isn't here.
Yeah. And then there was James's stag as well. That's memories etched forever. I'll never. Yeah.
You won't take away what me and James experienced in that bed when he cuddled my leg and then was like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tony stag. Yeah.
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 Oh man, yeah.
I was Big Spoon that time.
You was. I tried to sleep on the floor and be a gentleman. Then I was like, "Fuck that! I can't sleep. I'm crawling into bed."
I just remember we went to a bar in the centre of Hull, and somebody you knew was singing. I think it was your teacher. Your singing teacher was singing.
Yeah, it was my coach.
And everyone was absolutely like drunk as shit. And we went to this bar, and it was like, oh, where's the function upstairs? So like fucking everyone cramped like flies upstairs. It's fucking people sat like front to back in this top floor. You're whatever's singing, and they're like, "Oh, James,
No.
James is rat-assed in a goblin like dwarf costume."
I was dressed as a Viking warrior princess.
That was it.
And Trish waved at me.
Yeah.
And who she was singing with just kind of nodded because he knew me.
Like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, at the front. Yeah, it's at the front. Like, hi guys. This is my stag.
What's worse? They were singing their own songs. It was songs that they'd written together. It was their own stuff. So I don't even know the fucking words.
That's funny. And then I remember them singing, and you're just there, like, just it's like bobbing along, like.
Nice.
Oh, that was it. And then when I think Beth and Charlie came to pick you up, and you just fucking started slamming on the passenger seat window.
I licked the passenger window, like
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, good times, good time. Anyway, back to F1. Anyway, back to F1, guys. Sorry, just reminiscing down memory lane there. We are going to try something different. I'm going to watch along the race highlights and commentate as they happen. So this could be fun or could completely fuck this up, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right?
Yeah, let's go.
So I'm at the race start right now, okay?
And it's lights out, away we go. You might as well say it.
I mean, I'm not going to say it because that would be...
Oh, no, can we all try and do our best crofty?
Go on then. You go. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You go first, James.
I'm going to put my mic.
I might have to just blank the camera because I might get a bit shy.
And it's lights out and away we go!
I think that was crofty at the age of 12.
At least I still look 12.
I'm not following that. I think you just watch the highlights. I'm not following that. I'm out.
I win.
Yeah, neither am I, to be honest.
No.
I'm gonna fuck.
I'm so glad James went first.
Shut up and press play.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. All the lights went out and the race started. That's what happened. And Piastri immediately made a great start, and we know that the Ferraris also make a great start here. So, and Piastri went absolutely flying here. Kimi Antonelli was basically stopped and passed by about 4 cars. So we get to the first corner, Piastri's miles ahead, then it's Leclerc, then it's Russell, then it's another orange car, and then it's followed by the 44 of Lewis Hamilton.
Wow.
Anyway, they go around that corner and they go to, I think this is maybe the third corner now. Piastri's miles ahead. Antonelli has gone backwards, absolutely backwards. But there's huge gaps. Now we start using our turbo boosts from our electrically steroid e-powered cars, but it's F1, but we've been there before. Anyway, we move to lap 2. And this is when it kicks off. Antonelli starts picking off everybody basically because he has the fastest car, basically. Um, we're coming down the 130R, and it's very, very quick. Lap 2, everybody trying to pass each other. And this is the point where Hadjar lets Verstappen kind of do his thing and come past him very easily, which I would. Anybody would. Yeah? Who wants to piss off Verstappen? But by doing that, he's lost speed and he lets Ocon come past him because it's Ocon. The race goes on. It's spread out a little bit more. We've got George Russell third. We've got Norris fourth. Piastri is in the lead still, and Russell has picked off Leclerc straight off the back straight. And we've moved on. We've gone to lap 8. Antonelli is slowly moving up the field. He picks off Norris with absolute ease because he has, again, the fastest car. Russell is now leading as well. He's past Piastri, and then Piastri then uses his boost and passes Russell because that, and we'll pause it there, because that was an absolute clear example of how fucking shit F1 is right now. Any comments for the first 9 laps?
From the F1 podcast, that's why it is fucking shit.
Yeah. Don't watch it. There's better things
No,
to-
watch it. You've got to watch it.
Not really much for most of the laps, even though that was, I thought, a good comeback from Piastri after that overtake. Yeah, I agree. That is kind of the issue we've got at the moment. You use your battery to get past the driver, but then because you've used your battery,
The other driver then comes past.
yourself.
Yeah.
There was a comment made, and I can't remember what driver it was, but it was in the race. I don't know if it was Hamilton. And it was, I just can't catch him. Lift off in corner so-and-so then, and you will be faster somewhere else. What?
Yeah.
Russell made a move, I think, in the first 9 laps, didn't he? And it looked like a risky overtake, but he pulled it off class. And then you automatically, about a minute later, you heard on the radio to Antonelli, do this on this turn. And then that's all that Kimi did that entire race. And that's why he just started picking off drivers.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's very interesting. So we've got Piastri first, Russell second, Leclerc third, Norris fourth, Antonelli fifth, Hamilton sixth, Gasly seventh, Verstappen eighth, Ocon ninth, and Limbad 10th. We haven't really spoke about, but there's no need to. That's probably why not. So we move on. So lap 11. And Piastri's still winning. Russell. We've got Leclerc, Norris, Antonelli, and Antonelli is very close. So close that he passes Lando Norris going into the chicane. And it's like we saw in the race, because obviously it's highlights and I'm commentating over the race. The highlights again.
The red car and the orange car, class commentary.
I'm going to say that's great. And this red car just went past a green car. Ooh. Oh, the green car bit
We're on
wobbly.
lap 15 and a silver car has just passed a red car, which I think is Antonelli and Leclerc. So Antonelli is slowly moving up here. But for some reason, Limbad has got a black and white flag for moving under braking, which is very naughty in the F1 world. Piastri's on the radio, he spoke some shit, don't know what it is, no one cares anyway. We move on.
Great commentating.
Crofty, someone's coming for your job.
We're on
And
the back
Max-
straight again, and because Antonelli's used his boost, Leclerc hasn't used his boost. Leclerc's passed him. So, yes, we'll move on to lap 19, and we're now pitted. Piastri is pitted for a tyre that we don't know what it is because it's got a fucking rainbow on it. Cheers for that, mate, but all for the commercial value. I think it's
They went hard.
a medium.
It went from soft to hard.
Wait there. No, stop this now. Stop this. We've moved on lap 22. It was a hard. I swear to God that tyre was yellow.
Mark, it was flaps.
Fuck knows, it had a rainbow around it.
Thing.
It made it go.
Russell pits on lap 22, and this is quite pivotal. He's coming out behind a lot of drivers. Piastri, so he's now fifth. So we've got Antonelli, Hamilton, Gasly, Piastri, Russell, Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, Lawson, and Bortoletto. Audi's not doing too bad. We haven't spoke about them.
No.
Give it time.
They ain't doing too bad. Anyway, they zoom around the track, the cars very quickly, and suddenly there's a yellow flag. Track hazard. Oh, and we've cut to a picture of a Bortoletto side on into the wall. Wait there, sorry, an Ollie Behrman in the Haas. That's sorry about that, guys. My bad. It's my first time. I don't know if you could tell.
A 50G crash.
50G. 50G, and that's all we get in the highlights. But excuse me, we all know it was due to a bit of maybe clipping or super clipping, and he hit the grass.
So I think it was Colapinto. Was it Colapinto?
It was Colapinto, yeah, it was. He was trying to.
He just made the turn, and then his supposed very intelligent car was just like, "Oh, you know what? I need some energy. I'm just going to take it right now," and just sapped it from the tires. The car dropped down by about 30 miles an hour, and then obviously Behrman comes around the corner. He's flat out. His car's not needing to do any super clipping, and he's right on the arse of Colapinto. So he drives off. It's a survival move. He needed to do it for the safety of both him and Colapinto. And yeah, onto the grass, lost all of his grip, and the rest is history.
Yes, the rest is history because that meant Antonelli could then pit, so did Hamilton, because it was a safety car, because it was a 50G hit, and he got out the car pretty nice.
He was limping a bit. He was limping quite a lot. Yeah. I think you're right what you've just said. What I don't like is this intelligent car crap. That's something that really come out in Japan, and it almost the drivers were stopping attacking because then that would ruin the next 10 laps because the car would think that's how they're driving it. And what's all that about? Like you say, that's something new, and it's something ridiculous. Like, oh, the energy system works this out and works that out. No.
It's great that the car can do that, but I think if anything, it needs to be changed so the drivers can suggest when it does it.
Yeah.
It should be this kind of when the battery is thinking, I need more energy, I'm just going to take it from the tyres now, which is how it works. It's not right. And pretty much every driver said, what would you have done if that was Baku or Singapore?
Well,
because if you'd be driving into a grass verge, then you'd be driving into a wall.
Monaco.
Yes.
or the back of that car.
If you watch it again, Colapinto is harvesting and is going very slow, and Behrman's doing the absolute opposite. There's nothing Behrman can do except go on the grass or go to the outside, and because it's going so quick, he's just lost it. He's gone absolutely flying. So again, another reason for how crap this system is, but it is what it is, isn't it? Yes, limping on the from what I can see. Lap 27, we get racing again. Everybody's together. But Bottas was kind of left in the lurch, wasn't he? He was still 42 seconds miles away, which I thought was a bit unfair. It did mean, though, that Alonso and Stroll of Aston Martin would not last, so that was the only good that came from that. So yeah, the race gets going again, lap 28. Yes, it's unlucky for Russell, and it gets passed by Hamilton as well on the back straight. Is what it is, isn't it? For looking like Woody. We move on. Lap 37. So we've just jumped like 10 laps here, guys, so you can understand.
Nothing happened.
Yes, Leclerc just passes Russell. So we've got Antonelli, Piastri, Hamilton, Leclerc, Russell. Yes, interesting. I can see where this is going. Just lots of cars going in straight lines right now. Nothing much happening. Yeah. George Russell having a few issues, maybe. Don't know. We've jumped to lap 42 now. Okay, I'm saving you a lot of money, guys, here by watching this, but the Ferraris come very, very close to each other. Leclerc is battling Hamilton. Leclerc is clearly quicker. Will Hamilton give up the place? You will have to tune in and find out and listen on. He does actually do that in the first corner of lap 42. Incredible pass there using his boost. Incredible, honestly. What a pass. It's easy, isn't it, to pass people when you've got a speed boost button. Anyway. We move on, and again, from fucking miles away, George Russell passes Lewis Hamilton again off the back straight at the first corner of lap 43. I wonder why. Anyway, I love F1. This is an F1 podcast, so I hope you're listening in and enjoying this commentary. Somebody's gone wide there. Norris is on the radio, probably talking about, I don't know, shit again. McLaren undercuts another Ferrari. There's only two Ferraris, and it was Hamilton. So Hamilton's now going backwards instead of forwards. But now he's now again. This is how shit F1 is, because he's then passed Norris because Norris's boost has run out. We're on lap 51, and I'm now so frustrated and fucking can't be arsed with this. Maybe that's why I'm watching the highlights now and not the actual race. But anyway, we move on. And Russell has passed Leclerc with 2 laps to go. Jesus, edge of your seat stuff. Norris is again past Hamilton because it's F1 and it's Formula E on steroids, and it's just who has a boost. There's no skill to this. There's nothing. And would you know it, as I'm speaking, off the back straight, Leclerc has passed Russell. I wonder why. I'm not going to repeat myself for the 5th time. And let's see a highlight of that again. Amazing in the chicane. Yep, Norris is quicker. Whatever. Anyway, it's the last lap, and Kimi Antonelli has won the race by 14 seconds. Amazing. Fantastic. He's followed by Piastri.
He's crashed.
Now he's crossed the finish line. It's closely followed by Leclerc and Russell. Incredible. Incredibly waves to the fans. He's got a wolf on his helmet. Yeah, beautiful, amazing. Welcome to F1 in 2026. Did you like any of the liveries? Did any liveries catch your eye? No, fantastic. Yeah, Now, Kimi Antonelli is the leader of the championship. And they all wore pink hats. Mercedes lead the Constructors' Championship from Ferrari. And that is your T highlights of 2026 Japan GP.
Oh, we can call it the highlights. Tony's highlights.
T-lights?
T-lights.
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 There you go. There you go.
That
So
was
yeah,
beautifully done. Beautifully done.
we
learned so much.
You could so accurately recollect that from our commentary, I hope.
I mean,
it was at first he was going, and you know, there's Ocon and there's Piat and there's this and there's blah blah blah, and I'm like, fucking hell, he's doing well. He knows every single fucking driver just by the helmets and stuff like that. And then also went, and there's an orange car.
Yeah.
That one's red.
I think this is the way we make Monaco entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably make fucking Miami entertaining.
Well, yeah, that is true. So,
yeah,
well done.
That's it in a nutshell, guys. That was probably more entertaining than the actual race. But yeah, anything else to add from Japan? It's been for another year. It's just a shame that the format is like it is. I want to see drivers on the absolute limit, driving as quickly as possible around the track, as fast as possible. Yes, it's dangerous, but it's motorsport at the end of the day.
Absolutely agree.
And
there's a meeting tomorrow. Let's see what comes out of that. I mean, there's a lot of drivers unhappy, but then equally there's a lot of drivers saying, "Oh, they're just moaning because they're not winning." So you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But let's see what the FIA do, because let's be honest, they could fuck this up even more, being the FIA, as we know. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, battery management simulator. That's basically what we tune into now every few weeks.
It's like farming simulator, but battery management simulator.
Pretty much.
Welcome to the Battery Management Simulator podcast.
It's true overtaking because you run out of battery.
It is.
Not because of skill.
Yep. Yep, you're right. You're right.
Like, I want to see someone pass somebody else on the outside, and if they fuck up and they crash, you can kind of go, "Ooh, that was entertaining. He tried to push the limits." Now it's just, as you can gather from a commentary, oh, he's run out of battery. Or he'll just pass him again because he's saved his battery. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Like you say, predictions. Where are we with predictions?
Well, Mark had a great start. He really did. He got the golden 3, so he took away 7 points last race. So after China, the standings was Mark was on 10, I was on 3, and Tony was also on 3. So we got to Japan. Mark, you went Russell, Antonelli, and Leclerc. You got Leclerc, giving you 1 more point, so you've gone from 10 to 11. I actually said on that podcast as well, I went, it's going to sound like I'm copying Mark from the week prior, but I actually felt it was going to be an Antonelli win. So I put Antonelli for the win. I then had Russell and Hamilton, so got second and third wrong, but I got 3 points for Antonelli, giving me a total of 6. Tony, you went Russell, Antonelli, Leclerc, taking your total from 3 to 4.
Yay.
Changes just like that. Changes just like that.
That's what I mean. You still got a comfy lead. I've closed the gap a little bit, which is nice, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? Well, we've got a gap, haven't we, because of a certain war that's happening in the Middle East at the minute. I don't think anybody really knows the reason for this war.
Autumn.
But anyway, so yeah, there's a bit of a gap. It's going to be a few weeks until Miami. There is no racing. They've not tried to add another race in or change it or whatever. So yeah, it is what it is. There's going to be a big gap. So we're going to do another mini podcast just before Miami, just to see what's happened in the meantime, because it's always the case with this podcast. It comes out and then it comes out at the same time as some like breaking news that we've all missed. So we'll do predictions for the next race in that podcast before that. Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So that's about it for Japan and for this segment. It's an interesting start to the season. Well, it's not interesting, isn't it? It's just the new regulations are shit.
Good by your commentary, it wasn't.
The new regulations are shit. It's dumbed down the racing. Mercedes have got the best car. Kimi Antonelli has got the upper hand on Russell. Yeah. Anything else to add in this first segment of this season?
No.
No. Ferrari look like they're back, or
This
there or
all-
thereabouts.
Yeah.
Let's see what they can do. I know they're going to look at some engine upgrades if they can within the rules, but let's see what they can do. They look stronger and they look closer than they ever have done before. So
Middle of the pack looks pretty mixed. Aston Martin are still shit. God knows what's going to happen with them, which is a massive shame. But we'll see. I really do think there'll be a Mercedes engine in there before the end of the season. I really do.
wow.
I really do. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're going to do it somehow. So yeah, that's been episode 5, season 5, Straight to the Apex. We shall see you on the other side. Take care. Happy Easter. It's over now. I hope you had a good one. But yeah, up the Rovers, up Willie Peters, and yeah, nice to see you guys again.
Take care.
All the best.
See you soon, boys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So there you go. What do you think of that? Another one done, another one gone. Big thank you to the guys for getting together, bringing you all the Formula One goodness. And a big thank you to you for listening, watching, being here, being a part of it. If you're not a part of it already, click like, share, subscribe, comment, leave a review where you can leave a review. Share that podcast around. That's the one that we like. That's the one. And if you've got a spare minute or two, jump over to thecookiecast.com. There we have social media links and an email button, and that way you can get in touch with these guys. You can get in touch with anybody at the podcast. Just say hi. Just say hi. Right, that's it for this one. Until next time, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you then.
This has been another episode of CookieCast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share and subscribe.